Everyone, Tenebrous here. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the new hit registration / detection on Hypixel, what exactly they changed, and all of this information is going to be supplied by a forum post I will link in the description by the new developer of Hypixel named Punkeel. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that he has been hired to work on the anti-cheat watchdog or cheat detection system if you're proper like that. Or to help around with the network with certain PvP mechanics and stuff of that sort. So in this post called devblog2 changes the hit registration your feedback, he basically explains that Minecraft's reach is 3 blocks. Every time you hit an entity, your reach to this entity is calculated as the distance your player's head to the entity's hitbox nearest point, all of which I've gone over in videos before. So I'm glad that my kind of talking about these topics on my videos has actually changed the opinion of the administration. For example, previously, I remember there was a few posts on the forums by administrators saying that the reach was 4.25 or something like that. Anyway, you can see the hitbox when pressing F3B. That's actually not exactly true, but I'm not going to get into too much issues with that. That's actually the collision box, something like that, collision box. Anyway, for the player, the hitbox is 0.6 by 0.6 by 0.162 blocks, which is precisely what the hitbox is. It takes up about 2/3, a little less than 2/3 of a single block if you stand in the middle of it, and it is 1.62 blocks tall. That's from your feet to your head. He says that this is the right way to calculate the reach, but it first causes an issue. As the reach is calculated from the top of your head, the lower parts of your body are harder to hit. He also says in the vanilla Minecraft server code, reach is calculated from head to head, which basically gives issues when players are on different Y levels, because say you hit someone 2 blocks up in the air, then the head-to-head calculation is going to be a lot longer than the actual ray tracing that your client's going to be doing. So basically, the reach value in the Minecraft server is 6 blocks, which is true. This is the default value. This is all very known. Then he goes over and talks about latency, which is exactly what was happening when the person was running away from you. I'll talk about it in 1 second when you couldn't get the hit, and that's pretty much what they fixed. Latency. While on your screen, your client, you may see the person you're fighting in a certain position. He might have actually moved somewhere else already, but this information takes some time to travel between the server and your PC via the internet. That's basically your ping. So the amount of ms that you have, millisecond delay to the server connecting via the internet, is your latency. So for example, if you attack someone and they're if you attack someone and on your client, you're 3 blocks away, but then they move away from your range, say they move 4 blocks away, then the server sees that as 4 blocks because the ping has basically caused the hit to register later. Anyway, so this is something that I was originally not aware of. He also then goes on and talks about this line of sight check. So apparently if you cannot see your opponent, your reach is reduced to 3 blocks server side, which completely explains the inability to get hits when someone is running away from you. The line of sight check only works if you're able to see the head of your opponent. It is assumed that if you see the entity, it can see you too. So I would assume that this means that because someone's running away from you, the server side reach is reduced to 3 blocks. Now, I'm not sure if this is a 1.8 thing or something that also occurs on practice servers on 1.7 bigots, but I'm not 100% sure whether or not it's something that's 1.8 or 1.7, but pretty much this explains, he explains here, in the above picture, if I was to hit this poor snowman, the line of sight check would consider I cannot see him directly because it cannot possibly see me. The broken line of sight check from head to head leads to reduced reach on the server side. So because someone is running away from you, and they're not able to see you, the server side reach reduces to 3 blocks. And because client side, they have there are 3 blocks in your range, you're able to swing and get particles, but then because of your ping, they've been able to move out of your range, out of the 3 block range, before the hit registers to the server, so you get particles and your hit does not register. This is exactly what was happening. It was not NCP. I believe this is pretty much what was happening in my previous videos on this topic. Anyway, he also talks about a bug in the Minecraft client which makes it so the client-side particles and the server-side particles are not, or the server-side hits are not synced entirely, which apparently is an issue. What do we change? In order to improve the hit registration, we had to dive deep into the Minecraft server code. This is quite a scary place, but we brought torches. The hit registration issues are mostly caused by latency. So if we were able to tell your opponent where your opponent was when you hit it, we are able to check if your hit was legitimate. Now, this is very interesting because say you were 3 blocks away. It's like, say you're 1.7ing someone and you're 3 blocks away from them, right? And you swing. Then they'll be able to, retroactively look back at where the opponent that you were attacking was to see if the hit was legitimate, and then render the hit server side to be sent to the client. And then that's pretty much how it works, and that's exactly what's happening. Now, they had 3 different versions that they deployed on the server, and a lot of people have been kind of complaining that some of the versions allowed extreme hits to be landed, which is actually true. This easy solution, though easier said than done, was our first change to the hit registration 2 days ago. Unfortunately, this meant we were also accepting hits from 5+ blocks away. I assume this is the measurement between the head and the head, obviously not the blocks between the players. So that's perfectly reasonable if you have someone up in a combo or something like that. And in some situations, it made players look like they were using reach exploits. The second version, meant to reduce the maximum reach when hitting, a subtle bug was introduced, leading to some hits being refused without reason, but was quickly detected thanks to your feedback. And the final version, deployed a few hours ago on the server, fixes the way the reach is calculated on our side, so that entities on different heights are still able to fight decently. This last change involved a lot of math, so I'll spare you the details, though it is worth noting the lower you are, the easier it is to deal hits. So this is all very good. This is going to fix the kind of moggy, I don't know how to describe it. I've demonstrated it in videos before, kind of like this kind of iffy hit detection that we've gotten on Hypixel before because of NCP, or other reasons. So the final thing is, do players with a low ping/high ping now have an advantage? No, they do not, which is good. It pretty much just fixes it fixes latency, people moving out of the ranges of the players if they're not in the line of sight of the player. That's all really good. So I'm really happy that they added this change. A lot of people don't like it. I personally like it. I get combos. You're going to see in this video, I'm getting combos, just bazinga combo. This guy in full diamond in the final fight, he is getting comboed so hard right now. You have no idea. I had maybe like half of his armor, and I just like threw him up in the air. It's crazy, guys. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you. Peace out.